Well, hey, folks, and welcome again to the More Summer 2020 Adventures Day 87. It is September the 20th, 2020. We had a very good day, a very easy day, a laid back, kickback day that included about a 3 hour nap. Just saying. Okay, folks, really, it's good to be here. I'm glad you're joining us. I had a good service this morning over in Cerro Vista at the Shiloh Church. Met with the senior pastor and the assistant pastor after church. Went over some details about Mom's interment service this week, and then went on to lunch with the family. Okay, it's always a joy to spend family time. Then came on back to Bisbee, stopped at my brother-in-law's workplace, and so he could get his work scheduled for next week, and looked at some rocks and whatnot. I didn't buy anything, okay? The wife had me on a short leash today. She said, no, there'll be other time. So, but then we came on back and really, I'm kind of still recouping from that 10-hour drive I did 3 days ago, and then the 4-hour drive, bucking the wind the whole way the next day, which was Friday, and then staying up Friday night way late, playing train, then posting this after that, so it was after midnight before I got to bed Saturday, and then we introduced the train game to David and Niece's son and daughter and son-in-law over there. We went, like I told you yesterday, we went shooting at the range, and then we went over to for a cookout there at Mark and Jody's, and introduced him to train. So by the time we finished playing that and driving back here, it was like 11:15 when we got here, and then posted last night. So, today when we got back, it was Jerry hit the tilt, okay, and I crashed and burned for about 3 hours, and now it's 10:30, and I'm just now doing this video, but hopefully it'll be posted quicker. Having said that, though, it was a good service today, and good fellowship afterwards, and then of course good fellowship, at dinner, at lunch. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And then after we woke up from because all four of us took naps, so after we woke up, went in the house, and Dave says, "Hey, anybody ready for some train?" So we played train again tonight. But then he has to work tomorrow. She has to get up early. She has to be there before 7. So when the students start arriving about 7:15 or whatever, she's got wellness check this week, so he has to check all the temperatures and all that stuff as the students arrive. So she's going to be busy tomorrow. I mean, like I say, she's a school teacher, retired and came back, and then COVID hit. So she's, doing an online and classroom at the same time. No. Ain't happening. This old boy ain't doing that. Okay. But, a good day. Excuse me. But having said all of that, we got family that'll be coming in off and on later this week and getting ready for Thursday. But of course tomorrow I'm gonna see about getting some service done to the RV and whatnot, and of course Chrissy's got to do laundry. So that's one of the good things about Denny being at work. She won't be tying up the washer and dryer. Oh, excuse me, folks. So sorry, man. Oh, not only did we eat a large lunch, dinner, but then while I was playing train, of course we had chips and dip. So it's like, oh, food coma again, But hey, it's good. And folks, I am going to keep it short today. I know a lot of things are going on, so You know, there's I did get a couple pictures. Some of these you've probably seen before, but I retook some pictures there at David's workplace. Maybe 4 or 5. Oh, folks, I am so sorry. Excuse me. So, maybe it's time to go back to bed. That 3-hour nap just maybe wasn't enough. But anyway, hey, we've got a good scripture today, and you know, it as believers, it's one that calls us out. Okay, it doesn't call the non-believers; it calls us, the believers, out. All right, and you know, it's kind of like one of those things of you know, who you going to serve type of thing. And hey, you know, I'll just go ahead and go on into the scriptures. Galatians 1:10. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I speak to please men? For if I please men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. And there's some different short versions here, and I'm going to give you a couple of them. One of them, I'm not trying to please people. I want to please God. If I were trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. And another one, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? You know, and you know, those were some short versions there. This one here, I would read it, but it's kind of hard to read with the color background. It's like yellow letters on orange, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But for am I now seeking the approval of men or of God, or am I trying to appease men? If I were still trying to please men, I would not be a servant of Christ. You know, and those are all short versions of the same thing, of the main scripture, and that was, for do I now persuade men or God, or do I seek to please men? For I seek to appease men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. And like I said, folks, this isn't a scripture for the unbeliever. It's a scripture for us. It's calling us out. You know, do you want to play Christian? Do you want to play holier than thou and be a real hypocrite, fool, fake? Okay, you know, and it's tough, especially in today's society, to make that Christian stand. You know, with everything that's going on in the world, not just here in the United States, but around the world, you know, do you stand on what God says is right, what God says is sin, what God says is correct, what God says is wrong? Or do you go with the flow and think, well, yes, God, I love you, and Jesus, thank you for saving me, but I'm going to keep quiet, and if they ask me, I'll just play it off. I won't. No. You know, make a stand. Who do you serve? Do you want to please men, or do you want to please God? You know, for me, sometimes the choice is hard. Sometimes you're going to lose friends, and if you do, then perhaps they weren't really friends anyway, more like acquaintances. Or do you want to offend family members? Sometimes that's tough, especially if you've been raised in one church or one denomination, one religion, and change, it creates a rift in that family concept. You know, it's like the family reunion that we had a few months ago with my wife's family. There were many of us from different religious denominations, okay, but we still had that one common denominator, and we're civil and respectful to each other. And of course, we didn't talk about religion, and we didn't really talk about politics, okay? We just enjoyed each other's company. You know. But if the situation had came up, then there would a stand been made. And I say, do you want to please men, or do you want to please God? And I say, this is not for the non-believer. This is for us, the Christian. You know, proclaim your faith. Do not be ashamed of it. And that's what it's saying. So, hey, folks, this video is already, quicker, longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to maybe 7-8 minutes. I'm already 10.5. God bless you. You have a good Sunday evening. I'll bring you some more tomorrow and give you some updates on the service that I'm getting done to the RV, or hopefully anyway. God bless you. Good night now. Be safe.